In this session, we are going to talk about the importance and the role of intellectual capital in entrepreneurial building or entrepreneurial ventures, that how the human resource and their intellectual power plays an important role in any enterprise or in any business. Actually, what is first? Let us understand what is intellectual capital. It it is the intangible asset because it is related to intelligence and knowledge the human resource who are working in an organization they possess. So we can say that it includes intangible assets and knowledge based resources contributing to competitive advantage and long term success. Uh, Actually, it includes the not only individual intelligence or intellect, but it also includes the collective intellectuals or intelligence, their skills, expertise. Expertise also includes the experiences they have, the rich experiences or learning through the experiences, and the proprietary information, for example, the patents, trademark, copyright, and trade secrets, which lies within the organization. So it is how people are trained, but after training they have been working, so they are now rich with the experiences plus their intellectual power. That is what comes under the intellectual this capital. So here it extends to the human this extends to human including team members, how richly they are skilled, what experiences they have, and creativity also. So it is very much a virtual concept, but this is very important because it is an intangible assets that helps the organization to establish itself more strongly and compete in a better way with others. So in this dynamic landscape of entrepreneurship, actually, where innovation is very crucial, very important, leveraging the intellectual capital becomes a key strategy, for sustainable growth, for development also. So the entrepreneur has to recognize and cultivate it to foster innovation in the organization and also enhance the operational efficiency. We have to build a resilient foundation, and without rich intellectual capital, no strong foundation can be laid down in any organization. So this cornerstone concept, it comprises of human, structural, and relational capital, which we say that it is a relational or a structural capital because it focuses on the skills, the soft skills and the hard skills of the people working in an organization, their expertise and their innovative thinking also. And it emphasizes actually mainly on identifying and leveraging the unique intellectual assets. For example, that people working in the organization, some of them might be having some groundbreaking ideas, or maybe they have better knowledge of proprietary technologies in order to develop themselves more competitively, or maybe have an upper hand in the industry in comparison to other firms. And therefore they foster innovation, and they are the first one to adopt it or develop it or create it, so that they have a stronger base. So the role of human capital here becomes very important in terms of intellectual capital, because it includes the founder expertise and skills, which is very important in shaping the startups trajectories, and establish a foundation for long term success in the dynamic ecosystem, in the dynamic entrepreneurial environment in the country or in your domain. So within the venture, within entrepreneurial venture or within the business, where do we find entrepreneurial capital? Intellectual capital. It is it represents a critical asset base underpinning the competitive edge and enduring the prosperity of startups. So, unlike tangible asset, it includes intangible assets, the knowledge base resources, the innovative power or creativity on the basis of that knowledge. So, it includes a collective and intelligent collective intelligence of the group working together, some specialized skills, some specialized qualifications also at the same time, the expertise in that particular area or in that particular work, the proprietary insights within the organization. So all these factors together, they make intellectual capital. So it also extends beyond the tangible assets to embrace innovative ideas, creative processes and strategic know-how, differentiating the startup in the market, because this intellectual capital makes it standing out. So it distinguishes the organization from other similar organizations in the market in that field. So this includes intellectual property, for example, patent, trademark, copyright, and trade secrets, serving as which serves as a legal protection. Moreover, intellectual capital also includes human capital, which comprise of talents and distinguishing talents, their experience and capabilities of people who are involved in starting up any organization. So in the beginning, when there are startups operation, then we need a qualitative, intellectual investment in while at the time of starting up or establishing. So in a dynamic entrepreneurship landscape, leveraging intellectual capital is instrumental in achieving sustainable growth and resilience and competitive pressures. So they must harness it to drive innovation, optimize the operational efficiencies, and also adapt quickly to the changing market demands, changing market situations, and maybe the technological switchovers, maybe sometimes technological disruptions also that may happen. So if we have this asset, that is intellectual capital, we will be quick to move on in order and protect ourselves from the losses. So they serve as a foundation of building a very strategic partnership. Therefore, we lead to collaborative networks and attract investment capitals too at the same time, because articulating and demonstrating its value, it enhances value enhances the credibility and attractiveness of potential investors, strategic partners, and customers. Because see, the more intelligently, the more efficiently any organization is built up by the group of people, then the outside world or outside stakeholders will have more confidence in that organization, and therefore they will be ready to invest, they will be ready to contribute the capital, and they will be ready to contribute in other ways to this organization because of this rich intellectual capital already existing or starting the business. So here this is important. Next, I would say that entrepreneurs in the organization, they must proactively recognize, nurture, not only recognize, but also nurture, that is, promote and help in development of those talents, and also protect at the same time, protect and preserve the intellectual capital, in order to, because you cannot afford to lose them. So here they have to keep them protected. They have to be nurtured from continuously in order to safeguard against the imitations or infringement or loss of competitive advantage. Because if you want to excel, they are the assets to whom you have to preserve. So this entails implementing robust intellectual property strategies, fostering a culture of knowledge sharing, discussion, and continuous learning, and also providing incentives for creativity and innovations. Because in order to promote an innovative culture, one has to recognize these talents, one has to recognize these creativity and innovative skills of the people working in the organization, and from time to time these talents must be honored or must be prized, so that you keep them back and they become loyal to your organization, because it is because of them that the organization is going to remain competitive in the market and earn good profits. So, to provide them with incentive is quite necessary, quite important. So, we can say that just to sum up what an intellectual capital is, we can say it is the cornerstone concept within an entrepreneurial venture or within a business, which embodies the intangible assets and knowledge assets driving innovation, differentiation, and sustainable growth of the organization. So, we must prioritize its cultivation, and we must utilize the position of startups for long-term success, resilience, and competitive relevance in the ever-evolving entrepreneurial ecosystem. It is very necessary, because without this intellectual capital, no organization can survive at a sustainable level for long-term period. So we must understand the importance of uh, intellectual capital. So what should we do? The first step that should be that we should be identifying. We should try to, just by observing or through other activities, we must be able to filter the talented ones. So identifying and then leveraging the intellectual asset is unique to startups in this very process, because it helps in shaping the competitive advantage and long-term success of any business. Therefore, intellectual assets in this context, it is because here what do we need to identify? It is the knowledge, the competency, which differentiate any person from another one. Not differentiate, but distinguishes him from other people. So we have to just the first step is that we have to first comprehensively identify the intellectual assets which are already available in the startup, or which are already available in the business organization. So for this, what do we need to do? So let us start with maybe first we go for a thorough assessment of the skills, thorough assessment of the expertise and the talents that are already existing. For this, maybe you may conduct some test, or you may go by your observation that the people you have to identify the people who are more talented. So here we have to find out, we have to filter out, also identify or filter out also those who have very innovative or different thinking. People with, they compromising, who are in the entrepreneurial team, but they have a very different and unique ideas. They are coming up with some very different solutions to the existing problems. We have to identify those people or those brains. First thing is we identify, and for this we will be recognizing them, and we have to understand the unique skills and experiences they already have. Whoever member has, they have to be brought to the table for maximizing the potential of the intellectual assets. First, we have to do this after identifying, recognizing, and understanding them. That means now you have filtered them out, that yes, okay, out of these 100 people, these 10 to 12 people can be identified as maybe with very creative ideas, maybe very different thought process, and always these 15 people are always coming out with different solutions to the existing problems in a very novel way. So first step, we have to do that. After that, what do we do? In addition to human capital, we also have the startups or business also have intellectual assets in the form of proprietary technologies. That is proprietary technologies or creative processes and also innovative ideas. They are often the foundation of the startup's value proposition and can be set it apart in the market. So whatever talents, whatever asset, that is your intellectual assets are the proprietary technologies or your creative process, which makes you different in the market, because that lays down a distinguishing foundation of your organization. They have to be identified, and not only identified but documented also. And therefore, documenting these aspects will require a very keen understanding of the industry, market trends, and maybe the competitive landscape. So here, further to this, we must also, the legal safeguards such as patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets should also be considered, and they have to be very strategically managed to protect and enhance the value of these assets. They have to be protected. They have to be protected because these assets, they display the goodwill of the organization. They are the face value of the organization, on the basis of which the organization or the company, it earns profits, and it builds up its image in the market. So these assets also, which are patent, trademark asset, copyrights, etc., a trade secret also, they have to be preserved, and they have to be managed in a they have to be nurtured in a very strong way in order to build a very strong goodwill for the organizations. So after doing this, identifying both these things and documenting the intellectual assets, the next phase will be leveraging these intellectual assets effectively, which will include developing strategies to capitalize on these unique elements in order to create a competitive advantage. For example, we can say that startups may use their proprietary technologies to differentiate their product, obviously, or services, attracting the customers who value innovation, who value the new development, or who adopt to the changes very quickly. So intellectual assets can also be leveraged in strategic partnership, licensed agreements, or collaborations, providing additional revenue streams and opportunities for growth. So see here, we must understand that we have to capitalize the unique elements in order to create a competitive advantage. How do we capitalize? Maybe we invest more in their training, in their development, in their learning process, and we bring into new innovative people. Maybe we have to pay more about spend more amount on them. Still, we must, because this is also a sort of investment or capitalization of the these intellectual capital. So after, and therefore we have to bringing in, identifying and bringing in, and then utilizing them. It requires ongoing management and protection. Management is, you have to lay down very, or establish very clear intellectual property policies and procedure, which is very essential to very essential to safeguard these assets from maybe unauthorized use or infringement, because maybe somebody else, for example, if it is patent, the trademark, it has to be taken care that nobody else uses it, steals it, or maybe misuses it in an illegal. It's always illegal, because it is there are laws, there are policies laid down by the government, by the law, to protect these intellectual assets. So this may, maybe you must be getting registered, you must be completing all the legal formalities properly. Once you are registered, nobody else can steal it from you, nobody else can copy it from you. So it will, in order to preserve it, what do you have to do? You have to file for patents, you have to register your trademark, and you have to also implement trade secret protection measures. So it is not only identifying and cultivating them, it is also, or developing them, it is also nurturing them and preserving them and protecting them also. And who will be protecting? It will be done through the law, through the legal procedures. That is, we have to go for registration, and all the measures that are required, that must be accomplished in a very, very proper way. So we can say that the process, we can summarize this, how to identify and leverage is, it is simply a process of identifying and leveraging the intellectual asset unique to your business, which is very, and it's single, its trademarks cannot be doubling, cannot be copied, so they are just single and unique asset that you only possess here. So it is unique to any business. It involves a very comprehensive assessment of the intangible resources within the organization, including human capital and proprietary technologies. Recognize the value of these assets and strategically manage them can result in a very, very competitive advantage. Fostering further innovations, attracting more and more investment capital, because more and more people will have confidence in your organization, and they will be willing to invest more in your business. And this also helps in positioning your business for a long-term success in a dynamic entrepreneurial landscape, or in an economy. So this way, the intellectual capital is quite important and necessary to be identified and preserved. So we discuss this much in this session, and we will further continue to more details of intellectual capital. More deeper understanding for this will continue in the next session. Thank you.